Hey guys, I'm back, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a movie review on what was my most anticipated movie of this year, the Super Mario Brothers movie. This movie was released in 2023, it stars Chris Pratt, Charlie Day, and Anya Taylor-Joy. In this movie, while working underground to fix a water main, Brooklyn plumbers Mario and brother Luigi are transported down a mysterious pipe and wander into a magical new world. But when the brothers are separated, Mario embarks on an epic quest to find Luigi. That is literally just me reading off the description for the final trailer for this film on YouTube, but I couldn't have really put the plot any better myself, so yeah. Anyways, without further ado, let's begin with this review and let's start talking about the positives of the film. And the first thing I would say here is I would definitely call this a crowd-pleasing movie. I think fans of Mario will have quite a good time with this one, which is clear from the 96% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes right now, which obviously that is going to change, but that is still quite a great score so early on as well, so that's great to see. And it's just filled with these things from the games and these little Easter eggs and stuff. I wouldn't call a lot of the stuff here Easter eggs because they're making a Mario movie. Obviously, a lot of the stuff in there is the stuff in the film is gonna be from the games. They're not exactly trying to be subtle about a lot of it, but there are still like little things here, like Easter eggs and stuff that I think fans will really love, and that is great to see. If you're making a video game adaptation, a movie which is an adaptation of video games or a video game franchise, I feel like putting those things in there is kind of a given, and it's great that they do that in this film. I also think the animation here is amazing. It's very vibrant and colourful, and I think it does a great job of capturing the look and feel of the games at points in the film, which is really great to see. And I just think they do a good job of capturing the look of the characters from the games for the most part, which is good to see. I also think the voice cast here is great as well for the most part. Obviously, there are a lot of people on the internet really questioning the choice to cast Chris Pratt as Mario. I mean, he's fine. He's quite good in the film. I'd say my favorite out of the voice cast was definitely Jack Black as Bowser. He's really fantastic in the film. Yeah, Jack Black, he's superb as Bowser in my opinion. I don't think Anya Taylor-Joy, she's good, but I don't think her voice really matches Princess Peach that well. In my opinion. But I mean, Charlie Day is good as Luigi, Seth Rogen is good as Donkey Kong, and Keegan-Michael Key is good as Toad. So I think overall the voice cast here is quite good. So that is good to see considering the skepticism surrounding the voice cast when this movie was first announced and everything. I will say as well as like a smaller thing here in the positive section, I was really looking forward to the Mario Kart 8 sequence in this film, and yes, it is Mario Kart 8 because they have the anti-gravity stuff and everything. I was really looking forward to that sequence, and I will say it was probably the highlight of the film in my opinion. Yeah, I thought it really was quite a good sequence, and I think it was one of the few times in the film in which I think they translated the stuff from the game into movie form quite well. I had quite mixed feelings on how that was handled as a whole in the film, but in that sequence I feel like it was all handled quite well with the items and everything and how all that worked, so that was good. I was very happy with that. I also feel like with the character of Mario in this film, I mean, there's no amazing character development in this film or anything, but the character of Mario has enough of an arc to the point where you care about him as a main character, and obviously this is an origin story. It's like a Super Mario Brothers origin story, which is obviously Mario himself has to have a bit of an arc, and yeah, he has enough of a character arc in this film. To the point where, as I said, you do care about him as a protagonist. So yeah, that's good. And I will say with the movie's running time as well, it's like 92 minutes. It doesn't overstay its welcome, so that was good. But that is also kind of a major issue with the film. It kind of understays its welcome a bit. So let's just start talking about the negatives. So I had several issues with this one. The first thing I'll say is obviously it's Nintendo and Illumination, and my main concern going into the film was that it would feel like affected by the fact it was Illumination, and it would feel a bit too like Illumination-ified, if that makes any sense. And I feel like it does kind of feel that way at several points in the film, particularly in regards to some of the music choices, which when you see the film, you'll get what I mean by that. The story as well is just so basic, and I mean, unsurprisingly, it's a Mario movie, and it's a kid's movie. I don't expect a great story or anything, but I do hope for at least a bit of competency in that regard. And the story is just so thin and so distractingly basic in this film. It also has some of the most ridiculous pacing I've seen in a movie in such a long time. It is just way too fast-paced at times, and it just jumps from plot point to plot point way too quick at times in the film. And I just think, like I said, it kind of understays its welcome a bit, and I think it just needed to be longer, like maybe 10 or 15 minutes longer or something, just to flesh everything out a bit more. And honestly, it just kind of plays out like a trailer at times, in my opinion, if that makes any sense. And it's clear that this movie was made with the fans in mind, or at least that's how it feels. And that's great to see, but I do also feel like they were so focused on delivering all this fan service and, you know, just appealing to fans that they kind of forgot to make a good story, in my opinion, so yeah. And in my opinion, I feel like they just kind of failed to make a story out of Super Mario Brothers fit for a whole film. Yeah, that's just my opinion. I feel like they just, like, as I said, I had mixed feelings on the way they translated a lot of stuff from the games into the film, and I feel like with the story, that is one, you know, that's one department they failed in my opinion. Well, actually, that's just the main one that they failed in my opinion. Few smaller issues here with the characters and stuff. Princess Peach really lacks depth. I mean, she's one of those characters who's just very good at everything and has no real noticeable flaws, so, yeah, not a huge fan of those types of characters. Toad as well was also kind of annoying in my opinion. I mean, like, I know some fans kind of feel that way about him in the games, but I mean, so I guess it's kind of unsurprising that that's the case in the film as well, I guess. But I don't really think he added much to the film, and like I said, I just think I just thought he was kind of annoying, so yeah. And the humour largely falls flat. So overall, the Super Mario Brothers movie absolutely has its strengths. It's got great animation, a good voice cast, and some brilliant fan service. I seriously think, like, so many fans will just love what they see in this film. However, I did not like it as a movie, and I feel like it just felt more like an hour and a half of just, like, fan service and just that kind of stuff, rather than a movie with a good story. And I feel like it really needs to be longer to flesh everything out a bit more. And this one was just a mixed bag for me overall. So I don't really know what I'd give this one out of 10, to be honest. I think right now I'll give it like a 5.5 out of 10. I think that feels fair, in my opinion. So thank you very much for watching this review. If you did enjoy, please do remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to. If you have seen this movie, feel free to let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.